Hi everybody, my name is Sarah, Pearls of Wisdom and Food on Facebook and YouTube. How are you today? I've got my bulletproof coffee. It's 3:59 a.m. My salad is made for tonight, and I'm going to have my JJ Virgin style little mousse for lunch. It is so filling. It's incredible. It's a half a cup of coconut milk, 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed, 17 grams, so a half of a scoop of her mixture, a quarter of an avocado. And I NutriBullet that. Oh, and I put the blueberries in the NutriBullet. Then when it comes out, I like spatula that into a bowl. So it is kind of like a thick yogurt. And I love the color purple or bluish purple. And then I add to that the rest of my berries for the day, my blackberries and raspberries, and a half of an ounce of dry roasted cashews with no oil, and 1 teaspoon of these cocoa nibs. And I got these at Whole Foods. I think they were $10 or $11. And I'm telling you, these are packed. 1 teaspoon has 20 calories. And what a savior. And they are crunchy little chocolates. And oh my goodness, I love them. And, you know, they've got all this stuff written on them. It's a superfood from the old times. Magnesium, antioxidants, polyphenols. Anyway, it's just a very interesting little addition. Oh, I'm hearing growling in the kitchen. Here's another one of my finds. Healthy Warrior, and this is a 25 gram or 0.88 ounce bar, which is my idea of a bar, because I don't like the whole big one, because then I'm either cutting it in half. I used to do odd things with when I used to buy those Fiber Plus and all those kind of Fiber One bars and all that. So this I kind of like, and they have a few of them. They're on sale right now at Stop and Shop, and I think it ends today, Thursday, the 11th. But one bar is 110 calories, 6 grams of fat, and 8% magnesium, 4% calcium, 6% iron, 3 grams of protein, 4 grams of fiber, and 4 grams of sugar. And soy-free, dairy-free, gluten-free, 100% vegan. This is the coconut one. They have peanut butter. They have quite a few. Healthy Warrior. And you find them in the, you know, the Whole Foods section. Not Whole Foods store, but Whole Foods section of like Stop and Shop. And anyway, they're interesting. I had my first one yesterday. It's not hard because it doesn't have that like wheat stuff in it, but it's just this moist. You feel the oil on it a little bit. I mean, I ate it with like a napkin. Lots of chia seeds in it, which gives it the 4 grams of fiber. And if a woman's supposed to have 35 grams of fiber, it's a fast way to get 4 of them, right? Besides all the veggies that you're supposed to be eating. So I found it was a nice addition. I had it at 1 o'clock. I had my so it was like a snack, and I usually don't snack, but I wasn't sure how everything played out. I would have it if I was having a long day to go to 5, and I won't have it today because once I have that little raw meal JJ Virgin thing, I'm completely full until dinner time. And so anyway, it's just interesting to play with some new foods that aren't veggies, aren't a salad, and aren't like a piece of meat. Because I do like my meat, and I don't want to overeat it. I just want that little palm size, maybe 2 times a day. But I'd rather have more eggs and things like, you know, the protein kind of little shake mousse things in my food plan. And so anyway, those are just 2 of my little finds. And I did put those cocoa nibs on my another haul that I did, but I think that they needed a second viewing. So anyway, just a couple of things, and I'm going to make Steph's pizza, and it is two strips of parchment paper, 1.5 cups of almond meal, which I have plenty of from Bob's Mill, 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, 1 egg, half a tablespoon of baking powder or soda, oops, sorry, and an egg. And first you mix it, and then you roll it out, and you take off the top sheet of the parchment and cook it as the crust, and then you add your goodies. So I'm going to be doing that. I'm sorry, I think it's the baking powder. I think that's the magic. Or maybe it's the soda. I'm sorry. Whoops, a Sarah failure. But I'm going to make that, and I'm going to get, I don't know if any of you saw the Dr. Oz What's in Your Pizza scary stuff if you buy it from a regular franchise. And so I loved that homemade version, but of course I don't have flour, just the almond meal flour. So I'll be having that with, and the man took a can of diced tomatoes, or not whole tomatoes, and he just mushes it with his hand. And I'm going to do that with some chopped basil and basil, and that will be my, the tomato. And then fresh mozzarella. They went over the other, how it's coated in all of these things. And, I heard sawdust and baking soda to keep it from caking, anti-caking agents. I mean, if you read the back of shredded cheeses, it's scary. Even Sargento, which is top dollar and I used to think was a high-quality cheese, it's loaded with yuckums. And I don't know. I don't like that. So anyway, I'm going to make a pizza, and I'm kind of excited. And of course, it's adjusting to what is not, the pizza of olden days. I'm watching Fit to Fat, and they're always eating, the cheeseburgers don't excite me, but when they start eating huge slabs of New York-style pizza, it kind of, that's a trigger for me. Pizza's a trigger. Pizza and mousse cakes that have all those different layers, those are still the two triggers for me that are left. And it wouldn't turn into a craving unless I was looking at it, and then it would turn into a craving. But it's a trigger if I quick see it, and not sitting at a table with it for a half hour. So it's been a long work week for me. Don't know about you, but I had this dream last night. It's kind of funny. When I eat beef, sometimes I have colorful dreams, and I didn't have beef last night. I had organic chicken thighs. So, but the dream was the women that I work with at the shelter, and it was the Teen Mom ladies, because I watched a Teen Mom, guilty pleasure, episode. And so the two the two groups met, and they were there, and it was just kind of funny. And they were being naughty. What a funny dream. So yeah, I guess that helps. That adds to my being tired. So today I'm just going to do a couple of errands, but the new flyers come, into play tomorrow. So I want to see what they have on sale. Saturday night is our steak night on the grill. So maybe I'll get a little prime rib for the Valentine's Day instead of having it on Sunday, because Saturday is my day off and I work all day on Sunday. But anyway, that's what's going on with that. And I have not been able to walk and use my podcast, listen to my podcast because of the cold, the ice, the snow, the black ice. And so I'm feeling it. I'm feeling how that works. I've been doing my treadmill, and I've been watching the shows that I like to watch on TV with my treadmill, but it's not the same. And somebody put a Food Matters TV idea. It's that Gaiam station, and I guess it's $6.99 a month, and I guess they have all the food documentaries. So that might not be $80 a year, $6.99 a month. That might not be a bad thing to have. with treadmills and things like that. I know I watch a lot of my food documentaries on Netflix, and even though I'm not a vegan, even though I'm not a juicer, you know, I watch those, The Fat and Nearly Dead, and then The Forks Over Knives, The Food Inc. There have been some other ones, and if you do get Netflix, Mr. Dairy or Mr. Cow or Mr. something like that, it's all about a dairy farm in, I think it's either Ireland or England, and it is just the sweetest documentary about this dairy farm where the, you know, it's as organic and as natural as can be. And it really is a slice back into the good old days when we didn't have to say is something gluten-free, is something GMO-free, is something organic, because all of it was. And, you know, one of the things that I keep emphasizing is that the GMOs, they're nasty little devils. And we've got them in so much of our food. And of course, California has tried to have GMO labeling insisted upon. And I know that Vermont passed a law, and they've got a year to pull it together, I guess, to have it. And we really are, it's part of the food manufacturers here. GMOs are not allowed in Europe. And so when people go there, people that eat gluten-free here in the United States, when they go there, they might indulge in a pizza or pasta, and they don't have the same results that you would have from eating it stateside. Europe doesn't allow them. And so Europe is you know, that's why some of those European foods are so divine, because they don't have the United States food manufacturers messing with what goes into their stuff. And so anyway, it's just interesting. And I think I do have an article here in the paper, and it is about food industry looks to Congress, and I'm going to read that again and then do a little Sarah School on it. But that's just, it is going to be about GMOs, and it is what they're doing. And it showed, just as a preview, they showed a little label of what it's going to look like on a bread label where it says no GMOs, because Vermont will have to have totally different labeling than all the other states, because that's how a law passed works. And it's just kind of interesting because Bernie comes from that country, and Bernie Sanders has been on the forefront. Not that I'm political or anything, but I mean they're very proactive with the food thing. So they're the small Vermont contingency of what goes on in California, and I love it and I respect it, and I think it's great, because we do need people that are working tirelessly to protect us from what the food manufacturers want to feed us. We really do. And that's why we look for single item foods as much as possible. And we read labels as much as possible. We really flip that little puppy over and read what is in it, because it's getting scarier and scarier as they try to fill our stomach space. Was that gross enough to hear that? Are you insulted enough? Oh, I'm so insulted when I think that that's what they're sitting there talking about. My stomach space. How horrible. Our children's stomach space. Wow. And that's okay, because Big Pharma's around and they'll give you a pill. Oh, I guess this is a bit of a Sarah rant, isn't it? Anyway, I've gone on long enough. It's supposed to be just a chatty chat, but it ended up a little rant. And, you know, I try to bring stuff that I hear, see, read to you so you can do your own research on things. But it's like full-time paying attention to what you put in your body. It really is, if you care. And I am so glad, so glad, so glad that I went wheat-free and sugar-free, because I know those are the two dastardly places. And then I can work. Then I can work with what I'm left with. And there's plenty of beautiful choices out there. So anyway, this has been Sarah. Little rant and GMOs and all those other things. But then we think of the little things that we like. Chia bars, cocoa nibs, JJ Moose's Virgin. JJ Virgin's mousse. And then I'm happy again. It's all good. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye for now.